Alrighty, it is 12:27:25. We're in Guild Wars. We're gonna run a couple people, and try to make some ectos here. Apparently 20. That sounds good to me. Okay, they want to go from this town, Lion's Arch, which is all jazzed up for the holidays here. And I just need to switch my build to the running build, and we will get them there. Okay, we got this. I'm happy with it. I have got my healer guys and all that. Is this guy like an extra healer? You know what? Let's do this. Let's kick that guy and this guy. Okay, let's see how long this takes us. Alrighty then. Here we go. Let's get these guys pumping. Don't want to get messed up. That should be plenty. Here we go. Alright, you've already seen this run here. Where's my... That's what I like. But you haven't seen me run people for ectos, so thus the experience of that is something cool. And this guy is just looking for a rush straight to Fishermans, which I don't know that I've ever had a person say they only want Fishermans. I will probably throw in Temple of Ages, and I'll throw in two that are like definitely on the way, but I won't go out of my way to do a bunch extra. Like Burgeon's Hot Springs, it's on the way. Temple of Ages pretty much is on the way. But I guess what else would there be? Not a whole lot of extra. But here we go, doing the run. And I gotta remember to use the keyboard. Now, I am filming this in full screen. It is not windowed. I had trouble with the windowed screen before. But we're going to see if we just do regular full screen. Let's see what happens here. Let's see what happens. Okay. Something's getting bumped. Get out of there. Okay, we are rolling. Alright, now last time I did this, guys popped here. So hopefully that doesn't happen because that slows it up a lot. They didn't. Okay, good. Alright, here we go. Righty. Yeah, I think it's a little bit easier in full screen. This feels a little better. I think I've just been rusty though and haven't ran in so long. There's a little warp jump. Okay, I'm gonna recharge my skill. Hopefully I don't get interrupted. That is why I keep the I am unstoppable up, is in hopes of that. Not getting, not having your spell block. Okay, who can I lock on? I like locking onto that guy, and then I can boop, jump past him. Because it will look like, oh, you're running fine, you're getting through these guys, and then it lags a little and you're just totally covered. Oh, I got interrupted. Let's roll. Okay, so now I'm not going to have shadow form up. Probably doesn't even matter, but I will be more cautious and kind of go around these guys. Okay. Getting them in there. Running in. Boop. Make sure everybody's loaded up. They are. laggy to me. Probably not on your end, though. I bet the video is okay. Let's roll. I like to leave my guys behind if I can. Let's see how they do. I bet they'll die. Let's see if they die. Okay, let's see if they die. Because this guy can do spirits, right? Okay, that guy can do them. Let's get him pumping, dude. Shouldn't be messing with that guy. Should just be focusing on the run. I want to see if I can keep him alive, though. This is an area that only has six, what do you call it? Like, I don't know, henchmen, party members that you can add. And I am running 2 people, which realistically, if you're running from town to town, you should be able to run the maximum. You don't need heroes. I like heroes. I think I showed you me dying once and warping them in one of the missions, at least. I could have sworn, but so they're valuable for that. But otherwise, you don't really use them. Okay, here you need to just make sure you get on it, because bad guys are trouble. Go. And for this, I tried to go left here last time. I'm going to show you, I'm planning to go the other way this time. And I'm going to show you that it really, I mean, it totally could be faster, don't get me wrong there. But I'm so used to going the north route, and I think the back way is a little nicer. So even if it takes an extra 30 seconds, I will show you what I'm talking about here. Alright, here we go. Okay, and these guys are alive? Good. Should be past everybody. This is where if I would have turned left, I'd be getting there. I don't know if it's closer, and I'll show you why. Okay, so I'm going to the top exit. The Black Curtain. Sounds like a nice place. Okay, here we are. Alright, we're going to leave these guys here. Now let's hope nobody's fallen from the ceiling. That happens sometimes. If you have that mission, which apparently I don't have. So that is good. Okay, now we're here, right? Now, normally, I would run left, okay? And I'd go all the way around. If you turn right, you can kind of go through this marshy land area. Am I going far enough? Hang on, I gotta go actually around. Gotta make sure I go far enough. Should be this way. Okay, going through this. Let me pull this little map up, make it easier. You know, probably ran this 500 times. I mean, realistically, like more than that, 1,000. Just endless. And it's not just a guy being like, I'm the best. It's just how many times I've done certain runs. It'd be like Eye of the North. I think that was one of the first runs I learned. But I think for this, with doing like a desert tour, or just having people say they want to get to Temple of Ages, this run is one that I do. Alright, see, we're coming right around. And I would argue, like, doesn't this seem faster? We're pretty much there. Alright, time-wise, we're hitting 10 minutes, which, for me is good. I mean, I've done it in 7, but for me, I'm happy with the 10-minute TOA run. Okay, we're here. Everybody's loaded up. Next stop is Fishermans. And I estimate, let's see if we can do it in 4 minutes. Alright. Something like that. Okay. Coming around the bend. Seems like choppy. I don't know. Maybe it's a good choppy though. Maybe the game is having some lag. And maybe that's just because business is good. I know that ectos can be super expensive and they change throughout the year. And they were cheap, so I bought a ton of them. 4K each for an ecto, which I don't know. Maybe that's normal and I just don't know that. But for me, that's a low price. You know, I try to buy them around there, or 5 even would be great. And then I try to sell them around, like, if I can get 9 or more, and that's just a way to... Not so much to increase money, because you can only hold so much money. So as you know, for all these runs over, you know, if I'm really doing 500 runs just of this, you can imagine the gold and stuff starts to build up. But seems like a good deal. And in all honesty, if the prices drop crazy because people are playing a lot, that would be an awesome thing. I would prefer it. You know, the more people that play, if more people start playing, rather, I might be able to start running again. I mean, I don't play this game ever, and, you know, I logged in and had someone say, can you run 2 people for me? And it's like, it's not like I said, does someone need a run? No. This is someone who I'm sure I ran years ago, you know, maybe many times. And actually, I did have another person ask me for a run because I left my computer on. I made a video earlier, and then I left my computer on, and, oh crap. See, this is where you don't get stuck. Am I stuck? I don't think I am. And I had like 2 people ask me. One just said hi, which probably doesn't mean anything as far as them needing a run. The other one said, do you do that Cantha rush? Which is one of my favorites because it's like so cool. And it's like basically from caning center to killing Shiro. And I think my record was like an hour and, I don't know, like 10 minutes or something ridiculous, where it usually takes an hour and a half or more. But it's just really cool to take someone and run them through the game. And really, if you can take 3 people, that's pretty good too. I mean, I know a lot of people. Oh, this is the person who was asking me before. Let's see here. I don't think so, but you could. Here's what means die. Curious if it is Shiro. That's funny that person jumps in and asks. Okay, see, we're not keeping up the shadow and we're fine right there. Alright, now did I run too far or am I good? This is where Fishermans is, right? Okay. I want to do stuff. Let me answer this guy. I'm gonna get thrown out. Whenever I start texting and typing and wrong case. Alright, I'm just asking the question there. Telling him it's under 2 hours. I like to set the bar very low. So if someone says, can you get me there in an hour? I'm going to say no. And can you get me there in an hour and 20 minutes? I'm going to say probably not. But realistically, if I say, it takes less than 2 hours, and it's an hour and 30 minutes, an hour and 45 minutes, they're happy. I don't feel any pressure. And what I run into a lot is people, like, you'll do the run, and they'll be like, what about this town, or these other 5 towns, and I like to also tell them exactly what it is. So for this person asking, I would list literally the towns are Caning to Marketplace to Senji's Corner to Matu Keep to Boreas Seabed. Is that the next one? But I list them out, every single town, so that I can say this is our run. If you're missing something, then there you go. Okay, now is this person going to get more than 20? I bet they will. Okay, that's cool. 20's really good. Let me tell this guy, thank you. Let me know if you need anything else. Okay, sorry about all the typing. Well, I think that's a good video. You saw that you can make money running. Took about really 15 minutes as far as the actual run time. And there you go. And so there it is. Alright, now I'm going to warp out. I will ask this other person. Okay. Let's see here. Might play. Oops. Okay, well that's our run. I'm just chatting with this guy. Got another call here. And we'll see you soon. Sorry about that. And thanks everybody for watching. I really appreciate it.